All right. What is this? Live chat. Top chat. All right. Please let me know if I'm audible. Please hit the thumbs up if I'm audible. If you can hear me, let me on the light. Okay. I hope it's better now. All right. All right. Thumbs up. You can hear me. Thank you so much. Tu Turner Kimball. All right. That's great. Suman Adak, Hare Krishna, Pranam, Pranam, Hare Krishna. Shabri Prasad is saying Jai Shri Krishna, sir. Jai Shri Krishna. Dear Diamond is saying Namaste, Namaste. Namaste, Namaste, dear Diamond. I don't know what's your name, but the channel name is good, Dear Diamond. Latesha Soto is saying good morning, sir. Yes, New York stands for New York. NY stands for New York. Yeah, thank you so much. Lols Gamers is saying Hare Krishna. Hope you're well. I am doing good. How are you? Satyam Ankit ji is saying hello, Jai Shri Ram, sir. What is that? Sharmita. Sharmita ji is saying pranam, pranam. Uro Boro is saying vanakkam, vanakkam. Sampurna ji is saying hello. Sura Sadega is saying namaste, namaste. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Exotic Astrology for this another live session, which we have been doing from the last 3 days. All right. So, what is the topic today? Today's topic is a very interesting topic, just like every other topic. Why? Because every astrology transit brings forth some new things in our life, which becomes very interesting. Okay, so whichever transit it is always very interesting. So today's transit is who's the planet who is on the shot today, who is on limelight today. Yes, you guessed it right. You have seen the thumbnail, the topic, it's Mars. So what is Mars doing? There's something very interesting going on with Mars. Mars is currently transiting in the sign of Capricorn. So if I see the dates, it is 5th of February. What's the date today? Oops, today is 8th already. We are late by 3 days. And he will be there, as you know, for around 40-45 days. So till 15th of March, Mars will be in the sign of Capricorn, and then he will be moving into the sign of Aquarius. Okay, so it's a very interesting transit for obvious reasons. Because what's the obvious reason? Because Mars, as you know, is exalted in this sign. This is the Ucha Rashi for Mangal. Okay. Now, what is exaltation? Basically, you have to understand. And not only is Mars exalted here, there's something else also which is going on, which is very, very, very important. If you see the dispositor of Mars, the dispositor is the lord of the sign where a planet transits. So, where is the dispositor? The dispositor, well, who is the dispositor of Mars? Well, it's Saturn, because he lords Capricorn. Okay. So, now the dispositor Saturn is in Aquarius, in Mool Trikon sign. And it is also in the next house. As you know, every the second house from every house increases the significations of that house, right? So this transit of Mars will bring in a lot of passion, but you also need patience and perseverance, okay? So therefore it's very interesting because Mars has certain qualities, certain traits which can seem very contradictory sometimes, or rather they they are actually not contradictory, they are actually complementary, or rather you could say like one is not complete without the other, or you can say one can work without the other. But if both are together, then it's like magic happens. So what's the magic that's happening in Capricorn? All right, let us welcome the other people. Where are they from? Angel Ora is saying Hare Krishna. Avinash ji is also giving Namaste. Somebody is saying Bengal is all fired up after Mars has entered Capricorn. It's going to get resolved or disastrous. I'm sorry, I'm not aware of what is happening in Bengal. I hope things are fine there. Radhe Radhe. Liana ji is saying greetings from TX. Is it Texas? वरदान जी सिंह नमस्ते सर, हिंदी में वीडियो बनाइए प्लीज। जरूर बनाएंगे, जरूर जरूर। बाबली प्रामाणिक is saying Mars is aspecting my Venus, my first and seventh house lords, yet I am not seeing any signs of love. Well, it depends on which dasha you are running, okay? Jai Shri Krishna 1122 Shiv Shakti is saying hello from Pune. That's great. Great to see you from Pune. Ramanath Real Estate. Namaste. Babliji is from Nepal. Priya Narang is from Chandigarh. Nanki is from Chandigarh. Yes, LOL. All right. So you're joining from Texas. Great to see that. Nora is joining from Ireland. Namaste. Somebody is from Johannesburg, South Africa. All right. So, welcome. So, Mars is in the sign of Capricorn. See what happens. Think of what Mars is. Mars is inherently fire. The fire of Mars is actually more than the fire of the sun. What does this mean? Because the sun represents ego, domination, and all this, and Mars represents anger. See, fire is such a thing which, if it gets out of control, then it's problematic. Like we know, Sagittarius is also a fire sign, but Sagittarius is that fire which kind of elevates us. Sagittarius is a fire which purifies us. Okay. Now, what do you mean by purification? Purification means one that fire which removes all bad things from our life. That is what is Sagittarius. And then Leo is Sagittarius is a very sattvic fire, and then Leo is a rajasic fire. Okay. Now, what is rajasic fire? Rajasic fire is, domination, authority, power, position, and all this. And then Aries is lorded by Mars, is tamasic fire. What is tamasic fire? Tamasic fire is basically similar to anger. So when your desire is not fulfilled, as the Bhagavad Gita says, then when lust is not fulfilled, then it becomes anger. Okay, so can anybody write in the chat which shloka does Lord Krishna say this? Okay, let me see who can write. Lord Krishna tells to Arjuna that lust is the most all devouring enemy of mankind. Arjuna asks, right? So now, why is Mars associated with anger? You have to understand this. Otherwise, you won't understand what Mars will do in Capricorn. You will be beating around the bush by saying, oh, it is exalted, it will be good, nice, excellent. But then what will it do to your life? Okay, that is something which you have to understand. rather than just understanding what is where is exaltation or where is debilitation. So Mars is that kind of fire which is very dangerous. Now, Mars also represents surgeons and surgery and all these things. Okay, so therefore Mars can Mars also shows the blood. Okay, not literally entire blood, but the red blood cells that is under Mars. So therefore, Mars is very important since Mars controls so many things for us. Okay, whenever you see the color red, what happens? You think, oh, it's Mars actually. Now, Mars is very important also because he represents the vitality in the body. Now, what happens when you think of vitality? A sportsman will have a lot of vitality, and so will a murderer, right? So, because murdering someone will require a lot of courage. Interesting. Can a normal person go and murder somebody? Well, maybe, maybe not. But nonetheless, a lot of courage is required when you want to slit somebody. So any normal person cannot do it. Okay, you cannot do it. I can't do it. Maybe somebody can do it. Okay. So therefore, think of a knife. Okay, a surgeon can do the best surgery, get you, get your body rid of some organ which is not functioning properly, or a criminal can take it and chop somebody's head off with the knife. So similarly, Mars, whatever Mars represents, like you see blood, okay, is blood good or bad? If I ask you, well, blood is good, but would you like to see blood? How many of you here will say, "Oh yeah, I would love to see blood"? My not my blood, but some other person's blood. How many are there who can say that, right? Mm, because it's very primeval and it's very nasty, right? Blood, so nobody likes to see blood. Okay, unless you are a surgeon, of course, you're seeing blood 24 hours. Okay, so therefore, Mars is a tamasic planet because, but you have to understand, tamas does not always mean bad. Tamas can be bad if it is not utilized properly. Like for example, sleeping nidra, it is an activity which is in tamas, okay, in tamagun. But does it mean that sleeping is always bad? Well, not necessarily. It can rejuvenate you, right? But does it mean you should sleep like 12 hours a day? Well, not necessarily, because then that will put you further into tamogun. So essentially, anything which is related to tamogun, if it is used in a proper way, then it can be beneficial relatively, or else it will wreak havoc in the system. Okay, and therefore the exaltation of Mars comes in Capricorn. Capricorn, if you see, is a sign where there is discipline. So now when Mars is in Capricorn, what happens is you you stop shouting, howling, growling, and becoming angry, and you realize that no, now it is serious business. I have to take responsibility. Capricorn is the sign of responsibility. So whenever there's a planet in Capricorn, whichever planet it is, I don't care. It's Mars, Venus, Sun, Moon, Saturn, whatever. You will have to take responsibility related to that planet. Now, that does not mean if somebody is a Capricorn sun sign, moon sign, or somebody is a Capricorn ascendant, that person will be very responsible. It does not mean that, not at all. Okay. But what you need to understand is that nonetheless, whenever you have a prominent Capricorn, so your Capricorn Lagna or sun sign or moon sign, you have to take more responsibility. Now, if you have sun and moon both in Capricorn in your birth chart, well, then the responsibility will increase. Okay. Then, if you actually have all the three, you have sun, moon, and ascendant Lord also in Capricorn. Okay. then your life is full of responsibility. Now, again, as I said, if you have a prominent Capricorn, it doesn't mean that you are very responsible, but you will have to take responsibility. There will be loads that will come to you. It will come inevitably. There's no escape from that. Okay, so therefore, now you know where is your ascendant, right? You are a Leo ascendant, you are Virgo ascendant, you are Libra ascendant, you are Scorpio ascendant, whichever ascendant you are. Mars always rules two houses. Wherever Aries is and Scorpio is, Mars rules those two houses. So therefore, you should understand that things related to those two houses. So for example, if Mars is your 10th lord, okay, so if Aries or Scorpio is in your 10th house, then it certainly means that now you got to take responsibility regarding those houses. It is like a do or die situation. It's a make or break situation. And see, you have to understand, when a planet is exalted, the energy is very demanding because the awareness is very high. People think exaltation means good. Actually, not necessarily. It can be good or it can be very bad. But one thing is for sure is that the awareness is very high. What is the meaning of awareness? Awareness means, so you have Mars as your 10th lord. Okay, so Mars is ruling your 10th house. So let's assume you are Aquarius rising, then Scorpio is in your 10th house. Okay, very good. But then what happens? You now are facing a great profession, let's say, okay, or maybe you are facing some problems in your profession. Till now, what was happening? You were okay with it, which means you are like, okay, fine, there are some problems, it's okay, I'll resolve it someday. Oh, my career is going good, let it go good. I'm still fine with that. You are okay with anything basically. But now your 10th lord has entered the sign of exaltation, which means now it will bother you like anything. Whenever a planet enters into exaltation in transits, everything related to that planet's lordships will bother you always. So for example, if your Lagna Lord enters into exaltation, then, like for example, now Scorpio and Aries, your Lagna Lord is Mars. And now Mars is entering into exaltation. So that means related to your Lagna, you will be very bothered. Related to your health, your appearance, your thought process, your brain, your intelligence, your ideals, your image. You are very, very, very bothered, extremely bothered. Okay, that means now suppose Mars is the lord of your fifth house. Then if you have children, then you will be extremely bothered. How much Mars is your child getting? When is your child going to complete something? When is your child getting married? When is your child buying some house, buying some car? Okay, or if you are not having children and Mars is still your fifth lord, then you will be very bothered about how's your how are you doing with your hobbies, what is your long term vision, what motivates you. These things will bother you very much. Okay, so therefore you need to understand that when Mars is entering the sign of Capricorn, now is the time that you have to take action regarding where Aries and Scorpio is. And the best part is it will help you to take actions. Why it will help you? It is because of Saturn. And how will you do it? That's exactly what we are going to discuss today. All right. Okay, who is there? Chetna is from Dehradun. Suman Adak is saying Kama Esha Krodha Esha. Yes, excellent. Yes, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Suman Adak. Kshitij ji saying I have Sun, Mars, Mercury, Capricorn, seventh house. Very heavy seventh house present. Ah, yeah, quite a heavy placement indeed. Bubbly ji saying I would love to see blood. The question is whose blood? ओके, दीपक शर्मा इज सेइंग मार्स वीनस कॉम्बिनेशन कनेक्शन है और कुछ ज्यादा नहीं हो रहा है। देखिए, हो रहा है कि नहीं उस पे मत जाइए, आप करते रहिए, उस पे आप ध्यान दीजिए। श्रद्धा हजारिका, हेलो फ्रॉम दिल्ली, हेलो, हाउ आर यू? आई एम डूइंग गुड। श्रद्धा, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? सीए मोनिका शर्मा इज सेइंग जय श्री राम, नमस्ते, जय श्री राम। गुरविंदर जीत सिंह इज सेइंग जय श्री राम। पुनीत जी इज फ्रॉम Halifax, Canada. Oh, that's great. Is it morning in Canada yet? Hello from Kuwait. Who is this from Kuwait? Achutha. Okay. Mars is in Lagna and 8th Lord. All right. Somebody is saying to me, Mars is like Arjuna, a warrior. He being exalted is now ready to take on the Kauravas. Wow, that's great. Somehow I love to relay the planets like to the planet relate to the planet like characters from Mahabharata history. That is great. Okay, so Mars now is being helped by Saturn. What does it mean? Helped. Okay, what does it mean? Whenever I say anywhere that Mars is getting help from somewhere, or Venus is getting help, Saturn is getting help, Sun is getting help, we interpret it in a very simplistic sense. We think, oh, that means things will be easy for me. Well, not necessarily. It means the resources that you need will be provided to you somehow by by the will of destiny. It will be provided, but you yourself have to do the job. There's nobody will come and do the job for you. Okay, so you have to take the action. Now this means you need to take action. Now there is some help which the universe is providing. So check the houses which Saturn rules in the chart. Check those houses. Now which houses does Saturn rule? He also rules two houses like Mars. So he rules Capricorn and then he rules Aquarius. So that means, where is Capricorn and Aquarius falling in your chart depending on your ascendant? People related to those houses can actually help you. Okay, for example, if you take the example of a Scorpio lagna, so Scorpio lagna, Mangal is the lagnesh. Now Mangal is also the sixth lord, so something definitely to do with your health, lagnesh and your sixth house. It can be to do with enemies, or it can be to do with your job or some employment or something like that. It will bother you very much. But now your Saturn is helping you. So for Scorpio, which houses does Saturn rule in the chart? So 8, 9, 10, 11. So the third lord and fourth lord are helping. I mean, is actually, because it is one planet. So the lord of the third and fourth, which is Saturn, is helping the lord of the first and the sixth. Now, what does this mean? This means when you are thinking of your health, mm, your work, because sixth house can also deal with work. Okay, so then what's happening is somebody related to the third house or somebody related to the fourth house is actually giving you good guidance in regards to how to have a good health, how to become better in your job, in your daily work. Not so much name fame, because that is the 10th house, but since Mars is the sixth lord, so somebody related to the third house. Now, who is third house? Third house can be your siblings, mm, could be your cousins, could be your acquaintances, or somebody that follows you in social media, or somebody that you follow in social media. Um, Fourth house can show your mother, relatives of the mother, something to do in your home. Maybe you can do some exercise in your home. Some fourth house represents things that you do when you are sitting. Okay, so maybe there's some exercise which you can do by sitting. Some yoga, some pranayam, some exercise in your house where you don't have to go out to the gym. The fourth house can also show your happiness, your mindfulness, your joy in life, basically. Okay, So that will depend on what is going on in your chart. But you need to understand something related to the third and the fourth. You will always get some help, okay, for the first and the sixth house. Now it will depend on your dashas. So if you're um, if you are running the mahadasha of Mars and Saturn, or you are exchanging, so your Saturn mahadasha, Mars antardasha, or Mars mahadasha, Saturn antardasha, so something related to that is going on. So then this will be more prominent, you will get more help, okay. Now again, as I said, getting help doesn't mean it's going to be easy for you, okay. It simply means that there will be guidance that will be provided to you. So therefore, the most important thing that you need to do now, just you need to do two things, okay. You need to take action. You have to have this mindset of taking action, because if you do not take action, you will be bothered, okay. There's no doubt on it. So once you have this mindset, then it's a matter of time that you will take action. So make up your mind, I need to make changes in my life. There's no compromise with that. Then the question is the second point. So check your houses that Mars rules. So those houses will need help, they will need efforts. And check the houses that Saturn rules. Those houses will help you. Okay, so depending on which houses Saturn is ruling, try to seek help. So for example, you know every house what it means, right? So for example, uh, if Saturn is your Lagnesh, you yourself have to help because there's nobody else, right? So if Saturn is your 12th lord, somebody from the foreign lands, or somebody who is kind of unknown, okay, who is from a different culture, different religion, or some distant place can help you. Saturn is your 11th lord. Then somebody from the friend circle can help you. Saturn is your 10th lord. Somebody from the profession or your boss can help you. Okay. So therefore, check your chart and try to understand what is going on, and I'm sure you will get amazing clues in regards to what is going on, because I have seen transits work amazingly. But after you check your dashas, transits will work like miracle, I'm telling you. But they won't tell you what happens in your life. That will be told by which dasha you are running, okay. Absolutely, there is no second opinion on it. There is no ambiguity for this, okay. So you need to understand that if you can read what your dasha is telling you, you have mastered astrology, okay. And every human being will be running a different dasha, all human beings, okay. You and your roommate, you and your spouse may be running Venus dasha, but everybody has a different Venus, right? So therefore, you have to understand that first the chart, then dashas, and then transits. But if you reverse the order, then you are in trouble. So people, what they will do is they will say, we will first read the transits, then we read the dashas. At the end, we will see, oh, how is my Mars? That's not going to work. It can work, but it's like shooting in the air, okay. As in Hindi they say, andhere pe tir chalana. It's like that. Is it tir? Andhere pe nishana. So first check where is your Mars, how inherently powerful is your Mars in your birth chart. And then you check where is your Saturn, how strong is your Saturn inherently. That is very important, very 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 important. Once you see these two planets, then you see which dasha are you running, okay. So as I said, if you are already running Saturn or Mars mahadasha, this will be very important, this will bother you more, okay. Again, bothering you more doesn't mean it will give you depression or anxiety, but you will be forced to take action. Okay, now if you're running dasha of some random planet, like Jupiter or Venus or Sun, Moon, or Rahu, Ketu, then this may not bother you so much. But even then, you may be running Mars Pratyantar, or you may be running Saturn Pratyantar, right? So it will bother you kind of in the Pratyantar dasha. So for example, if till 15 March you run Saturn Mars, or either Saturn or Mars Pratyantar dasha, but then you can even go further, there is Sukshma dasha and all this. So don't complicate things too much. Stick to Mahadasha, Antardasha, and Pratyantar. And irrespective of which dasha you are running, please make sure that you take action, okay? Because once you take action, because Saturn is in Aquarius and in Mool Trikon, so it will give you great results only if you take action. And the level of the results will depend on your Mahadasha. So for example, if your Mahadasha is very strong, it is indicating great name, fame, and success. You may get a very good job, very big job, okay? But if your Mahadasha is not indicating grand success, you may get some nice job, okay? And if your Antardasha is also not good, your Pratyantar is good, then also you will have some success, but it will be like a hand to mouth situation. Okay, so Pratyantar dashas can give you enough money to survive. That's what a good Pratyantar does. A good Antardasha can, good means very good, it can make you very famous in your city or within your circles. Oh, wow, that person is doing great now. That person has a fantastic job. And a great Mahadasha can give you national or worldwide fame. Like you made it in the Olympics, you did something grand. Okay, so that's what is a grand Mahadasha. Okay, so uh, check your Mahadasha and Antardasha primarily. They will tell you the level of the success that you will have, not only for this transit, for anything in life. Okay, and especially if Mars and Saturn is well placed in your chart, you are very blessed, because you have certainly done some very good karma in your previous lifetimes. Okay, so therefore, all the best for this transit. Mars, as you know, does not transit very frequently. So again, after 1.5, 2 years, he will be back, I guess, to this sign. So please utilize this transit whenever Mars is transiting in Capricorn. I always tell people this is your time to shine. Okay. Shine doesn't mean you are boasting and putting stories in Instagram, but it means you have to put your efforts, and depending on the dashas, you will see the results. And the last thing that I will tell is, once you put your efforts and you don't see any results, then accept it as your destiny. Okay, accept it. I know it's not easy. It doesn't sound good to hear, especially in YouTube, when there is this what is that, law of attraction, manifestation, this, that, all the fancy things which are going on in YouTube, which dismisses the law of karma. But at the end, you will realize the only thing you can do, as Lord Krishna said to Arjuna, put efforts, fight the battle. Do not think of the results. Fight in a way that you can win, but don't be obsessed with the results. Don't think that I will only work properly if I get good results. Okay, that will lead to destruction, it will lead to depression, it will lead to anxiety. Okay, so therefore, do your best, and do not forget to check the houses which Mars rules. Imagine you will only get this chance again after 2 years. Okay, so please sit and think. The most important thing that you need to do now is see for the next 2 years. Check the houses that Mars rules. So suppose Mars is your seventh lord. Let me give you an example. And you are around 25. So do you want to get married now? So then you need to start taking action. Okay. So if Mars is your fifth lord, you are have planned to have children, then you need to take action. You need to check your body, your spouse, and go and get some health checkup from the doctor. So ask yourself, what is your plan for the next 2 years regarding the houses that Mars rules, and sit and make a plan for the next 2 years. If you do this, you will be blessed. Again, as I said, you may not get results. That depends on your dashas, but you will take the right action, and you will also get help from the houses that Saturn rules. Okay, so amazing time to put efforts. May not be amazing result wise, may not be amazing the path wise, because the path is very difficult, because you are dealing with two freaking malefic planets, Mars and Saturn. They are not ordinary malefics. They're the most malefics. Okay, so therefore you need to understand that the path is not easy. One malefic getting exalted in another malefic sign, it is not an easy business, my dear sir, my dear madam. But if you walk the tough route, you will get grand success. All right, thank you very much. Good to see so many of you. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, then please subscribe to it, and if you are enjoying this video, please hit the thumbs up. And then let me see some other comments which people have. Any questions, comments? um, where was I? Where am I? What is going on? Where was the comment that I left? Let me go to live chat. Where is live chat? Ah, okay. Angel, or I can see you now. All right. Thank you, Angel Aura. Welcome. Hare Krishna. Somebody is saying Mario Adam. What is that? Mario Adam, Saturn in first house with Rahu, Taurus, Lagna, Mars, Moon, and third. What do you think? Saturn in the first house with Rahu, Taurus, Lagna, Mars. Taurus Lagna, again, as I said, Saturn is your yoga karak. So somebody related to law or the profession can help Mars. Okay. And Mars is your seventh lord. So if you have some issues in your marriage, then maybe you can take help from your father or the relatives of your father's side. Okay. So, but again, I can't say anything. It depends on um where is it, what's going on, okay, in your chart. Iveta Mil what is the Iveta Mihailova is saying, I hope you can stay in a warmer room. Thank you. The room is warm, but not warm enough for European standards. Okay, what is Sunil R. Tripathi saying? Saturn, Jupiter till 2004. Well, again, it depends on the entire chart, but Taurus ascendant, I think I've already said regarding this. Okay. Okay, Shraddha Hazarika is saying, my Saturn Atma Karka is placed in Capricorn with Sun and can feel this overload in profession. There you go. As Mars is the 10th Lord. There you go. All the best, Shraddha. I hope you can navigate through all this. Okay, then what is this? Jai Shri Krishna Shiv Shakti Singh. I am always in awe of your analysis. Thank you for all the efforts. Thank you so much, Shiv Shakti. I have been seeing your comments always. Really appreciate you following me for so long. It's very rare to see somebody doing this, but my best wishes to you, Shiv Shakti ji. What a name you have, Jai Shri Krishna Shiv Shakti. Okay, Auro Boro is saying, could you please share your thoughts on the sequence of lordships as Lord, Sublord, Sublord? How does one make sense of this sequence with respect to energies? Sequence of lordships. What do you mean by sequence of lordships? Well, see, sublord, sublord, and all this. This is to some extent related to some other forms of astrology. which we have to discuss more in detail. I cannot explain that now, but in general, they refer to different lordships. Lordships in the sense like it's like further bifurcation of a particular zodiac sign. Okay, so like for example, if a planet, like for example, if Saturn is in Magha Nakshatra, okay, so Saturn's dispositor is the sun, because entire Magha Nakshatra is in the uh, sign of Leo. So Leo is lorded by the sun. So sun is the dispositor of Saturn. And then you have Magha Nakshatra, which is lorded by Ketu. And every nakshatra is completely lorded by one planet. So then um, Ketu is the nakshatra lord of Saturn. Okay, and at the end, you can further bifurcate the zodiac sign. Then you will get sublords. Okay, and then there is sub lord. Then there's sub lord also. So it's like further bifurcation, and you can actually get more specific predictions. Okay, but yeah, it's a very detailed topic, and maybe we can discuss about it some other time. But generally it is to make your predictions more specific, and it really works. Rahul Khullar ji is here. Namaste Rahul ji, kaise hai? Thank you for the session today, sir. Thank you for joining. आप आए, अच्छा लगा. Help clear a lot of doubts. Oh, I'm grateful to hear that from you. Rahul ji is a very exceptionally talented person, and he has been always helping me with my website and so many other things from the last, how many years? 3 years, 4 years. Always happy to to be in contact with you, sir. All right, Monica Sharma is asking Sun in second house, Mahadasha, Suns, and well, Monica ji, it's very difficult for me to say now because I don't know where your what's going on with your Mars in the birth chart. Where what's there in your D9 and all this. I mean, I can't say anything specific, but because you are in Saturn Mahadasha, so you might feel the pinch more. Okay, but again, it does not have to be bad. You need to take action. Okay, so Monica ji, please take action. All the best. Madhavi Subramaniam is saying thank you, and we love your king like laughing. Thank you so much. There are many people who also dislike, but nonetheless, I continue to laugh. AC Ayuti is saying Namaste. Anthony G is saying Ascendant Capricorn Ascendant Mars in seventh house. Capricorn Ascendant Mars is in debility in the seventh. This is a good thing for a career that Mars is going in the ascendant. Now again, you have to kind of see what is going on in your chart. Okay, so originally your Mars is in debility, so you might need to put um a bit more efforts, but nonetheless, depending on your overall chart and your Saturn specifically, if you take efforts, it will help you. The only thing is, when Mars is in seventh and also in debility, you might have this feeling sometimes, I always need other people to help me. Okay, so that's fine, there's nothing wrong in asking for help, but at the end you have to fly your own plane. All right. So take help, and whenever you need, do it. Okay. All right. Shiv Shakti ji is saying thank you, sir. And Boro ji has last words. What was that? So does one take action or see action in action? All right. That's an amazing shloka. From where is the shloka? Boro ji, can you please mention? I'm hearing this shloka for the first time, but it's very interesting. I will copy this shloka. How can I copy? Oops. What? How do how to copy this? Okay, Control C, and I will paste it. Nice shloka. Please tell me from where is this. I would like to see more. All right. Nonetheless, thank you so much, everybody, for joining, and I wish you all the best for this amazing transit of Mars for 2 years. Plan your life properly, and I'm sure you will do excellent. All right. So, those who have joined newly, you can always watch the video again. And thank you so much. Please take care. Jai Mangal Devta, Jai Narsimha Dev, Jai Shani Maharaj, Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much.